Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Connect with You. And I am Yang, your best friend in recruitment, your big sister who is a mother of two and trying to balance work and life for a US private company. In the meanwhile, I'm setting up my social media business and we are in the process of setting up our first laundromat. I'm also helping my husband for his fire and protection company. So it's a lot, to be present as a good mom, a good wife. I'm very blessed because my mom is here, so I want to be a good daughter. And in the meanwhile, I really want to be a good employee and a good business owner. Last but not least is I want to look after myself. I think health is so important, my physical health, my mental health. So yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot to balance. So right now is, what's the date? It's 14th of December. I feel like last year, 14th of December was like really not long ago. So I recently met this guy. I think he's more like an astrology consultant. And he read my chart. I just feel like 2022 was a really good year. We welcomed our first baby. 2023 was a really good year. We got our PR granted. We went to Italy to see my husband's side of the family. We welcomed our second baby. We also get registered as a married couple in Australia. So have a wedding ceremony when you were 6 months pregnant with a baby. Like my older one was only a year old. It was really, really challenging. But it was really fun. Like I couldn't ask for more. My best friend was there to witness the special moment. And I really couldn't ask for more. But 2023 was like a bloody amazing year for me. We bought our first property in Sydney. And if you know the property market, the price is quite significant. We went back to my hometown for the first time after 6 years because of COVID and my, back-to-back pregnancy. I was really, really homesick and it was so good to see my family. So the first time we went there during Chinese New Year and it was so cold. Like, funny enough, I'm the one who's from northern China, but I was the only one who got really sick back home. I got like a combination of COVID and some other sickness, like high intense care. And I wasn't sure if I was able to make it back to Australia. Then, we went back the second time during summer and we had our beautiful wedding ceremony with more than 300 people witness our love with two of my beautiful babies to be there walking the aisle with me. I launched Connect with Young, and I really want to use this platform to share my expertise, my knowledge in recruitment, and the tips we learned along the way. I got two young kids. They are still at the toddler phase. Me and my husband, we really try to be present with their upbringing. Like I would like to share any tips and also like any mistakes we made along the way. I work in a really amazing company. Like obviously every view I share is only represent to my personal view, not for anyone else's opinion. But I've been doing recruitment for nearly like 15 years across different countries. I look after the region. So there are a lot I think I can add value for your job search. Like I change jobs many times. I change jobs across countries, across industries. So I definitely learned along the way. That's something I really want to share with you. It's funny because when I was an agency recruiter, even like right now as an in-house recruiter, a lot of time, like apart from I made really good friends with the people I interviewed for, a lot of time when the people that came out from the interview, they told me it's like a therapy session. So anyway, life has been really busy. It was a kind of like a life update. And in addition, today it's really just to chat with you. Like a lot of people, they don't really know me well. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I would like to add value for your career growth and personal growth. So today I actually went for a run. I did a shower, put some makeup and put myself together because the truth is I was supposed to go to a meeting and that got canceled last minute. I wasn't feel very disappointed. I thought it would be a really good opportunity for me to take this time and to connect with you. So it's the end of the year and I feel like a lot of people surround me, like my friends and also my friends at work, they all feel a bit burnout. And I want to acknowledge that burnout is a real deal. I personally experienced some extreme burnout. And I feel like throughout my motherhood, I've been through burnout as well. Like, I just want to emphasize how important it is to look after yourself. Yesterday, I actually bumped into a really lovely old lady on the train. And she was telling me, we as women, not just mothers, like women in general, we have this disease is to please. I think it's just our mothering and nurturing nature. We always want to make sure the kids are looked after, the husband are fine. Like in my case, my mom, I want to make sure she's okay because she's far from home. But sometimes we neglect ourselves, and like you can't pour from an empty cup. And I went through a therapy session a few times. The recurring theme is I really need to take time to look after myself. I just want to highlight a few symptoms like you may experience. That's actually a symptom of burnout. First of all, like you feel very tired. There are a few days I woke up, like I felt I had a good night's sleep, but I just couldn't put myself together. I had to drink coffee after another coffee just to put myself together because I just feel so physically and mentally exhausted. Secondly, you feel irritated. Like my husband was acknowledging like we would be arguing for really tiny things, or like maybe my friend said a small thing, I just got really upset. And the third one would be you're anxious. You feel like not at ease. You feel like, did I forget something? Oh, what if like this could be not a good thing, like overly anxious? And I think the next one would be, so for my case, because I'm taking on so much on my plate, which like I personally think that's how I feel fulfilled, but it may not for everyone. It may not even be for me at this moment because my kids are really young. There are days I just feel like I don't have the strength to do anything. I don't feel like I'm able to do anything. I want to take this opportunity also to introduce a book named Fast Like a Girl, because apparently we as women, we do go through cycles. Like right after my period, I feel like I can conquer the world. I'm like a girl boss, like I'm really empowered. But like if a few days just before my period, I will be like, I don't feel like I'm able to do anything. Like who am I to think like I'm able to do that? So I don't know, like maybe. So yeah, like these are a few symptoms, obviously like physically and mentally. So I think I don't want to just like open a bag of worms without telling you what's the solution for myself. Obviously, I'm not a professional in like mental health or physical like fraction the doctors. But just like your next door sister, I would like to share some of my personal experience. I feel if I take some time, like even 2 minutes to do a mindfulness meditation or a breath exercise, I feel way better. If I have more time, this is from one of the therapists. She was telling me there's a period of time I was really, really demotivated and I was trying to get my driver's license. I'm not a naturally good driver and I feel really, really like stressed about the whole situation. And that affects me in my life as well. But kiddo to my husband, he's really pushing me to go driving. Like I'm not driving today, but I will drive tomorrow. And my goal is to drive every week. The compound effect. So if you drive long enough, miles is there, you will eventually be a good driver. So back to like what other solutions, I think meditation and breath work is definitely very important. And the second thing I want to say is from what I learned from that therapist during me taking like my driver's lessons is to go for the cold shower. Like especially right now in Australia, like it's really hot out there. Just try to go for a hot shower. Like you will get used to it and like really help you to release certain like hormone and you feel more motivated. And the third thing is I feel for everyone, like I encourage my mom as well to do more exercise. We tend to have this modern age disease like high blood pressure, like diabetes. Like rather than take medicines, we really just do more exercise. That's the best medicine, exercise, and there's no side effects. And it can be free. Like I just go on the street and do a 20 minutes run, a sprint. My goal is to keep my heartbeat to 200. And the number 4 is like, just do anything you love. I love painting. Maybe I love doing videos and to chat with you. Maybe you love gardening. I don't know. You love reading a book. Just do anything you love. Like just allocate even like 10, 20 minutes a week. And that time is yours. It's your power action. So I want to highlight, there's a gentleman named Justin Williams, and his meditation changed my life. Like I literally feel so grounded and so at is with myself after his meditation. He's like so easy to listen to, so relatable, and he's a high achiever. Like it proved this does work. So he mentioned like if anything you want to take away from a meditation course is to have your to-do list, like your to-do list. The to-do list not for anyone else but for yourself. And it doesn't have to be a really long to-do list. It can be just one power action a day. And because it's only one power action, so if you forgot to do that for some reason towards your bedtime, just go accomplish like one thing for yourself. Just like one thing. Not for anyone else, not the work to-do list, not the family to-do list, something for you. I also want to shout out, there's a book. It's the third time I'm reading it. I think I need to go back to it. I wasn't following it like 100%. If you heard of the book named The Artist's Way, so Julian Carmen mentioned you should really do the morning page every day in the morning, freehand 3 pages, and the artist date, which is like 1 date per week. And it's the same thing. You take 20 minutes a week, just go on a date with yourself, no one else, and be creative. And I think that's the fun of life. You create your own life. So I hope my tips helps. Initially, I wanted to film a video so you and I, we can catch up over a beverage. It can be a tea or coffee or even alcohol. And before the new year approaching, we can create our vision board together. But then I literally, like I mentioned, experiencing burnout. And I think today it's really just like for you and I, we have a little chit chat and we put a vision board aside. But if you do have time, I think it's very, very valuable. Like pick out my vision board for the previous year. I pretty much accomplished everything on that vision board. And there is a science behind it. I will put on the description below. So yeah, if like leave a comment or give a thumb up if you want to do a vision board with me. I usually do the very like old school paper on board kind of vision board, but this year I think I will do that one and also on Canva. But I actually experiencing burnout, and I think I'm not alone, and I don't want to be like, I don't want to portray the image is like I get it all figured out. Like I'm not. I'm learning along the way. I feel like my identity shift along the way. Like with age and experience, I'm older now. I'm a mother of 2. I'm trying to set up stuff and accomplish more things, and I feel like I'm also trying to identify who I am. I also want to acknowledge like I'm experiencing burnout, and it's very normal. Like there are times you feel like you just need to rest a bit. You just need to slow down. Because one of my friends, he told me, it's a quiz. What differentiates from a professional athlete to an amateur athlete? So maybe I don't announce the answer, and I'll put in the caption below, and you can try to answer the question. Maybe you know the answer. So another kind of like, I wouldn't say major update is, it's so funny because this morning I went for a run, and I've been wearing my glasses since I was maybe 7 years old, and I do wear contact lens occasionally, but it does get really dry. And when I was doing contact sports, actually my last jiu-jitsu competition, I lost one of my contact lenses. It was crazy. And when I take my daughter to the swimming class, it just get really inconvenient. Like if the water got into my eye, when I'm driving, my contact lens just roll to some unknown part in my eye. I will be like struggling to get it out. So because I finished breastfeeding since my younger daughter turned like a year, my hormone is almost stable now. I did eye check and Specsavers, which is like if you have Medicare, it's free. So yeah, like I booked the eye doctor for Monday, which is like in 2 days time, and my mom will come with me in North Sydney, which is like another Chinatown. So I will do an eye assessment. Because funny enough, this morning my daughter was like, "Mama, no glasses." And I was like, "Oh, how did you know? Like, Mama will do a surgery." So he is. His name is Dr. I think Jared Staunton, and he's one of the first like certified operator for the eye surgery, eye operation. It's referred by one of my colleagues. So he's not free until January to do the actual operation. So I'll keep my mom here until January. But I think good things take time. It's like my meeting today is the second time it got cancelled. I learned to be patient. I don't know, like I'm looking forward to do this laser operation and to like permanently remove my glasses. So I guess like I'm very looking forward. When I wake up first thing in the morning, I don't need to go and grab my glasses. It's more like a habit, but like I do have a fairly poor eyesight. And you know, I can see my baby's face without my glasses, or I can go to the running without afraid of being hit by a car. So that's another major update. And what's your plan for the Christmas? It's like less than 2 more weeks. We set up the tree. We got a lot of gifts for our friends, especially like friends with babies. So yeah, we're gonna go camping in Port Steve. To be like away from the telephone. I will be editing today's video, and if I have time before, I think we should really sit down and do a vision board. After the eye surgery, I probably won't be able to look at the screen, so I'll be like listening to podcast. And once I'm returned, we can carry on with this video chat. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you have a wonderful remaining of the 2024. And please look after yourself, because that's your best asset and that's your best investment. And yeah, I look forward to see you next time. Ciao, bye bye.